So here we go, first matchup of the Casio watch playoffs for 2024. Very excited about this matchup in particular because it's two very different watches. We have the MTP-1302, the Tiffany Casio that everyone went crazy for, versus the Lineage LCW-M100, basically the best feature-packed watch that you could ask for someone with a small wrist. So how the video is going to go is I'm going to talk about these watches and then I'm going to pick a winner at the end. As I talk about the watches, I'm going to actually put it on my wrist. I'm not a big fan of watch videos where they just hold the watch and talk about it the whole time. So just know that I'm going to talk about the watch as it's on my wrist. I'm not going to go into too much detail. There's reviews on all these watches, mostly on my channel somewhere. But I just want to talk about these in direct comparison to each other, and ultimately which one would I pick, which one do I think is the better watch. 100% it is subjective and there's a lot of feeling to it. It's not all just based on specs. It's a lot of it is just the feel. So I'm just gonna put that up front. But very excited to start this big watch series for this YouTube channel, just because I want to see which will be the best watch, which one's going to survive this bracket, similar to the NCAA men's and women's basketball tournament. So let's talk about Mr. Pretty here. This is the MTP-1302. This was all the hype, and I will say it has a lot of great features to it. I'm just going to ignore a lot of those features because the one that is carrying this watch really is the color. If it wasn't for this color, and this watch comes in different colors, this watch to me is very average. The material, the feel of it, the bracelet, very average, but it's the color that gets all the attention. It's such a unique color that it stands out so much. I mean, you gotta wear, I think, probably dark. I usually wear dark colors when I wear this watch, like black or something. I'm not wearing like super bright shirts or anything. But this color stands out so much, and that is one thing you got to give it that. It has that X factor of, man, that color stands out so much. I haven't seen it in any other Casio blues. I could be wrong, but I haven't seen it, at least in the S108, the flat Casio one. It also comes in like a similar color, but it's not the same. I matched them up. It didn't look the same to me. So this one, this blue, it might not even be coming across in this video, but it looks real good in real life, and that's what it has going for it. Okay, but let's talk about this guy. I got this one. This was from Japan. Now you can order it online, but this came directly from Japan. My mom picked one up for me because I was looking for a watch, and I asked her, can you get me this one watch? And with the yen exchange rate, relatively cheap. This is a Lineage watch. They don't have a lot of Lineage watches here in the US. I don't know why, because there's a scratch there. I don't know why, because these watches are amazing across the board. All the features and a digital display. I'm kind of not a huge fan of that. I thought it was cool in the beginning, but actually I wish it was just, an analog watch with a number, a date window, or just something like that. But then it sort of almost looked like an Oceanus watch. So I get it, minus all the blue. But this watch is stunning. It has everything: solar, multiband 6. It just looks great, and the titanium. Oh my goodness! When I remember opening the box of this one and putting it and just holding it, putting it on my wrist. This watch is so light. Sorry, I don't know the comparison of specs, but just saying, this is like one of the lightest watches that I have. It's deceivingly light. Some people may think it's cheap because it feels so light, but I really like it. It's just, after you wear some big watches for a long time, even this watch, it's heavy, but this one is very light. Size-wise, also really great. I mean, they both are good sizes, but this one in particular, I just like it on my wrist. I have two of these, one in white. Probably shouldn't have bought that one, but at the time I was just so excited because I was like, Lineage, oh my gosh, so good. And yeah, unfortunately they don't have these readily available in the US, but if you can get one, highly recommend. If I had to pick between these two, and just going in comparison head to head, This is for unique situations and occasions. Maybe if I do want the watch to stand out more, I might pull this one from the box. But really, this watch right here, it's good. Looking at the brackets even now, this one's gonna be tough to beat because it just has so much going for it. It even has a very unique resizing, you can't really see, but it has a very unique resizing system. I wish they would just do that for all the watches. It would be way easier. But the watch is just, it's so complete, it's so solid. And when I reviewed this watch, the only knock I could really give it, as I pull out my arm hair, the only knock I could give it was that I know Oceanus is right there, right above this tier. So this is in danger of being replaced. But if I just wanted to collect Casio watches and I'm looking for what I think is a great office watch, this would be pretty much, to me, the pinnacle. This line, but this one in particular for me, this one's the best. It doesn't have numbers that cut off. It's just, it's solid. And really, I'm very proud to own now 2 of these. But this watch is just overall, just over solid pick. So looking at these watches, everyday pick, I'm gonna go with this one probably 90% or more of the time. Again, there might be some occasions I might wanna show off the blue, but really, this watch has everything that I could want. It's just so solid and reliable. Just, there's not a lot that I could say bad about this particular watch. So the Lineage watch will move on to the next round, the Elite 8. I'm very excited to see how it matches up against other watches. Again, both these watches are nice, but this one moves on. So thanks for watching.